It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, we're gonna be talking about another card that is gonna come out in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM tomorrow. That card being Galaxy OPAL WILT CHAMBERLAIN. So here's the deal: we already know Gilbert Arenas is coming out tomorrow, who is a Galaxy Opal. We already know that Wilt Chamberlain is coming out. He's a Galaxy Opal. Are we going to get 5 Galaxy Opals, 6 Galaxy Opals like last weekend? Probably not. But even if you look at 2 weekends ago, we saw 3 Galaxy Opals. Like 2 weeks ago, we saw 3. So, I mean, we at least see 2 out of 3 right now. He also is an Evo card. And before we talk about what Wilt is going to do for you guys, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smash that subscribe button as we are on the road to 90,000 subscribers. So it's important to note Philadelphia 76er Wilt Chamberlain. Okay, if you guys are wondering why that is important to note, well, this player model probably is not going to change much. Okay, so Wilt Chamberlain Philly player model is going to be probably the same. No headband, and that is a good thing for Wilt. Here's the deal, guys. At the center position at 7'1", you're not going to find a better player model than this Wilt Chamberlain has. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're just not going to find a better player model. Now, this Wilt had a 95 speed, 45 lateral quickness, and is the best Wilt we saw. He was on September 9th, day 1 of 2K. It was overdue that we got a Wilt Chamberlain card. What are Wilt's stats, badges going to look like? I don't know for sure. But I would expect Wilt Chamberlain to be our best defensive center in my team. Right now, if you go and look at centers, we've got a lot of good centers, right? Yao obviously does his thing. Cat, probably one of the top versatile centers in the game with Joel Embiid. Outside of those two, I mean, AD's up there for being a top big. But we don't just have like a top defensive big right now in my team. We just don't. There's not a top defensive big in my team. Whether you like Cat, AD, Embiid, Yalen, Pascal Siakam, whoever you'd like, none of those guys are Wilt Chamberlain. What I'm scared about is this, guys. I'm scared about this. I'm scared about one or two things, okay? First of all, with Wilt Chamberlain, the one thing I'm scared about is no headband is a bit sad. I don't want him to have a headband. Here's the deal, guys. Is he going to get a 3-ball? That's the question of the day. He is an Evo, and his Evo is either going to be probably playmaking or 3-ball. That's just my specific guess. This is a Wilt Chamberlain we saw in January of last year. It's our probably most comparable Wilt until we saw this one on April, but I'm guessing it's going to be more closer to this one. It's in January 4th, okay? Had 90 speed, 85 lateral quickness with this player model and these defensive badges. What we're going to see tomorrow is going to be better than this card all the way around. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be that soup. It's going to be better than this card. If they give Wilt Chamberlain a 69 3-ball with set shot 17, with his Evo card, I'll be a little bit disappointed. I will, in general, be a little bit disappointed. But if we get Wilt with, just an upgraded version of these stats, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be pretty happy if we got Wilt with these just kind of updated stats. One thing I will say is, for example, the Cat that we saw last week, he had a total of 51 badges. The Joel Embiid we saw had a massive amount of badges as well. Even the Yalen we saw had 46 badges. If we see a Wilt Chamberlain with 46 badges, what is the card going to look like? Right? Where obviously if they give him every finishing badge, basically every defensive badge, he still only had 39 badges? Here's the deal though, guys. The big thing is this. With Evo cards, you're never able to add badges. You're never able to add badges. And I'm kind of sad that we're getting a Wilt Chamberlain that you're not going to be able to add badges to. Because even if it is a Wilt Chamberlain, let's say his Evo is a 3 and, it starts at a 25. Evo it, you get to a 75. He gets catch and shoot. He gets, sniper, corner specialist, and that's it. Well, then, is that a big deal? I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but the more bigger deal is you're not going to be able to upgrade those Hall of Fame defensive badges that you might want. Stuff like those. And I mean, for the average person, it's not that big of a deal. The only big deal is if you are trying to qualify in 250K, just something to kind of keep in the back of your minds. But Wilt Chamberlain, what we're probably going to see is a card like this stat-wise. This is kind of my best guess. For a Wilt Chamberlain stat-wise, what we're going to see. Now, set shot 17. Here's my opinion. Set shot 17 is not as bad as people make it. As far as easy releases to green, set shot 17 is up there. It's a super easy release to be able to green. Now, the problem I see with Set Shot 17 is it is one of the most baited releases in the game. I mean, Dennis Rodman, Bill Russell, Dikembe Mutombo, you kind of know what you're getting out of Wilt Chamberlain. With all that being said, if you do like inside centers, and if Wilt can, has a decent enough three ball, and you like inside centers, if you can work with inside centers, he's going to be the best, probably defensive player in the game. Here's the deal. Can't play power forward. I was hoping he could play power forward. I know you guys are going to be like, what? That's so toxic. And it is. You're right. But he's going to be by far and away the best defensive center in the game. And it's not going to be close. He's going to have the best defensive player model in the game. Maybe outside of Yao. Obviously, Yao is different in his own right. But if you ever got the Pink Diamond Unlimited Reward Wilt Chamberlain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, these other Wilt Chamberlains aren't very good. And you weren't able to use them. But if we even go back to 2K20 and look at, maybe a Wilt Chamberlain that we saw decently early on. This was in May. It's crazy how times have changed. That this Peak Diamond Wilt was in May in 2K20 and just kind of the difference in how fast content comes. But even here, I mean, just look at the interior defense. I mean, it's just absolutely immaculate. Player model was incredible. If I could, I'm going to go back into 2K. I want to go into 2K19, 2KMT Central. Because I want to show you guys in 2K19 what Wilt Chamberlain looked like. Because he was literally, the token reward Wilt Chamberlain was absolutely incredible. I don't know if this is the Wilt Chamberlain. No, this is from this year. I want to go to 2K19. Let me see if I can look up Wilt Chamberlain. And get the card that I want, because Wilt Chamberlain was so elite. This Wilt right here was so elite. Galaxy Opal Wilt available really early on. I mean, people had this card by 250k. He had 95 speed. Everything was basically upper 90s. Had a decent enough three ball. This card was so elite. And I can't stress it enough. I mean, if this is a Wilt that we see stat-wise, I will be so happy. Forget shooting. Obviously, the Evo is going to either come to shooting or playmaking. But if we can get a Wilt with these type of defensive stats, we won't. That is really what I'm hoping for. Just you know what I'm saying? What I'm hoping for. Realistically, guys, you're going to get a Wilt with about 15 Hall of Fame badges. He's going to be one of the top defensive players in all of my team. And that's what I'm excited about. Because we've got enough of these offensive cards. We know offensively what we're already dealing with. Like, I get it. Offensively, I know what we are dealing with in kind of where we got to go. D-Rob, for example, I mean, 35 Hall of Famers. It's just like, seems like the content right now, we're just not getting quite as many Hall of Fame badges in general. I'm not going to sit here and say too much, but I mean, a lot of these cards are coming out at the same time as we got last year. The best comparison I might be able to draw for Wilt is the Hakeem that we saw last year. Hakeem didn't have one of the smoothest releases, but defensively was absolutely elite. Now, obviously, player model Hakeem was wider. Wilt's going to be longer. Differences in that. But I think Wilt is going to be at least the top 2 center in my team. Depending on his three ball, depending on his playmaking ability, depending on how good they juice him up defensively, Wilt has what it takes to be a top card in my team. It's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.